Hey, Good Fox here. Today we're going to go over everything we know about MUT 18 from the footage released by the YouTubers and the information given to us by EA today. We basically got an information dump on everything from draft champions, MUT squads, MUT itself, and much other like gameplay. I'll do another gameplay video on my thoughts on that specifically, but basically I want to tell you guys all the information that I've kind of gathered from the different sources here. I'm starting off on Cookie Boy's channel. Now, if you're not subbed to Cookie Boy, I will come to your place of living and punch you in the fucking throat. So I'll link his channel in the description along with the other two that I'm going to show off. I think the other two gave the best MUT info, and Cookie Boy, I'm just showing off his draft. It looks like every single round is elite. You get an elite player, but I did see a couple gold players sprinkled in. So we'll see if the MUT drafts stay this crazy for when it actually gets released, or if we're gonna get more gold rounds. Because you can look at Cookie Boy's roster. He has a lot of red paint there at the top of positions, and I saw a lot of other drafts with higher overall. So, anyways, that's it about for MUT drafts. It's 20 rounds now instead of 15. So you're gonna build more well-rounded squad. And I think the players are more well-balanced, but I do see there are duplicates you can get for positions. So it's not completely like MLB, the show, where you can't draft duplicate positions. So, all right, moving on from Cookie Boys, that's really it for draft. There isn't much more than that. Moving on to, let's say, we'll do the MUT wieners first. I talked about a lot of this MUT stuff in my leak video, so there really wasn't much like new and unknown that we found out today. I'm just kind of showing it off in game. The background of the menu is kind of cool looking. Looks like a football field with tan grass. Hopefully it'll change through the year. You know, as the winter comes along and the frost festival of Christmas, we'll maybe get a glossed over background, but that's not confirmed. Titans training. So what they did in this video, the first part of this video, did a little bit of skit, and then they went and put together the Titans gear. So the Titans that you had to upgrade, and I'll show those upgrades here in a second. Basically, you had to upgrade to tier 3. They talked about this in the MUT blog. So this, again, isn't new information. It's just here for you. But then you can see it here on the Titans training tier 12. You get all of these plus, again, not plus speed or anything, but plus ones to all these things for all the Titans players in your lineup. Moving forward, it was right here. So this is the upgrade menu slot, so you can power up players, and I think they get more into depth in a minute. Coaches, stadiums, uniforms, playbook. Now, all these things, they used to be in packs, but because people complain about pack filler, I was not one of them, but they took them out of packs, and they're now going to be able, you're going to have to use team tokens, and we talked about how to get team tokens in my MUT blog breakdown, so check that out for sure. Basically combining silvers and golds into team tokens, and then you can put those in different coaches, stadiums, uniforms, and playbook sets to get those out of it. Power up players, similar thing. Upgrade players with a power up program to increase players. Oh, whoop, maybe I scrolled a little bit too far. Oh, let's go. Yeah, there it is. Upgrade players with a power up program to increase ratings or add abilities. That's kind of cool. Players are located within the current 2017 season team. Power-up players cannot be auctioned or traded. Now, these, players move and whatnot, get cut. So, subject to change before it actually launches in, what, a week now? Crazy. It's coming up so fast. But basically, yeah. So, you get to power-up players from one level to the next. They move back up. Yeah, exchange. All right. So, this is also very interesting info. Do you see on the far right, Gauntlet Champions? We're getting a Gauntlet to launch. And we'll talk a little bit more of that in a second. I think Jake tweets about it. All right, but that's basically it. Gauntlet. Toke goes through solos. We'll get to that. Team leaders. I think Toke goes through that. We'll get to that more in his video. Legends. The 4 legends that are going to be launched. Munoz, Chris Carter. We see him in the MUThead database. Warren Moon and Falk. Marshall Falk, the running back. Then they're going to go through the exchange is the team token exchange. So that's how you get team tokens for these upgrade sets. And so these, yeah, basically the gold and silver that I talked about. So power up players, they're going to go through it. AFC, South, they're going to power up. All right. So so each team has a power up player set type. You can choose one with your starter pack. You get the choice of 2, and then you can acquire other ones through those team tokens. But basically, you can upgrade DeMarco Murray up to what's his highest overall. I don't know off the top of my head. These guys aren't in MUThead database yet. I think to not spoil these guys. All right. Well, then they go through And they talk about once you have Tennessee Titans chemistry at tier 4, you know, that team chemistry they were talking about, not the ones with the uniforms and stadium, but the actual Tennessee Titans chemistry. Each of these team leaders solos, there's a solo sequence for each of them. You get 39,000, and then they just go through. It's 1.2 million or so by going through each one of these team leader set solos. So there's 650 team leader solos or so at the start of the game. So there's a lot of grinding that we're going to be able to do, and a ton of coin. I expect coin prices. The coin's going to explode on the market with how valuable these team leader solos are from what they look like. But they are chemistry gated. I know people don't like gated places. Gauntlet. There's a Gauntlet 2 to start, like I said, so more solo rewards. And then the MUT levels. We haven't talked about MUT levels too much. We talked about, I think, a little bit previously on my leaks video. They're at MUT level 12 and there's a developer account. But basically, you gain MUT levels by accomplishing things through the game. Not exactly clear, but I'm sure everything in the game gives you some sort of MUT level, like a solo completed maybe gives you a couple points. And then, so they gate lock these things based on your MUT level. I really hope they do. They don't have anything here, which is kind of disappointing. You have coins, points, tickets, contracts, items. Those are something that we've all had these previous past year in MUT 17. They don't have like the MUT level type reward system that MLB The Show has, where you can buy players with tickets that you earned. But because these tickets right here are for ranked salary cap, ranked draft champions. Legend. All right, that's the Gauntlet solos. Long shot. So for those people, maybe we should get to this when I go through his Twitter. No, I'm going to take now. So for the people that didn't think long shot players were in MUT 18, the people that were doubtful of my leaks video, how do them apples taste? Wait, no, I can do that better. No, I can't do that any better. That's how I'm going to leave it. All right, so a lot of good solos here to start the game, and I think that's all I want to get through. They do talk about you can get the Champ Bailey and Gronkowski early for those early season solos. The menu style is kind of slick, upgraded. MUT squads there is the 3-on-3, and then they go through a little thing at the end. All right, so next on to Toke's video. He gets much more into these sets and stuff. I don't know if I missed much. All right, Coach Token Exchange players. Turn in players for a random player at a higher overall. So these are exchange sets. You're going to get your loyalty cards here. So this is kind of neat. You go check out Toke's video on this. I'll link it in the description. I'll link all those videos in the description. Playbooks. All right, yeah. So this is the same thing that the MUT Wieners went through. Yeah. Stars. All right. I think I may have nailed it all in the MUT Wieners video. I can't recall. Here's the CB Champ Bailey that you can get for doing solos early on. He goes through them. Power up players. Raiders. He goes through the Raiders like they went through the Titans. He just goes through the exact way of getting them for these, using these cards. Exactly what I said. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. But basically, one level feeds into the next. And you can get the first one through tokens. There's Legends. Legends are done like Ultimate Legends were this last year, but there's no collectibles, which is kind of cool. But it's still, these two cards are going to be very expensive to start the game. We'll see if we can pull them a lot out of packs. Moving on. Ooh. Team leaders. Yeah, we talked about that, didn't we, with those solos? I guess I did not need to go through Toke's video. Oh, these are solo rewards for the Gauntlet. Yeah, this is important. So you're going to be able to get 87 Adrian Peterson off the bat for the Gauntlet. Pretty solid. I think he's better than Suggs, more than likely. We don't have these things on MUThead yet, so we can't see their stats. But Rivers, you get a cornerback, a quarterback, a halfback, and an outside linebacker for completing some solos. They are too kind to you solo grinders. I'll say it again this year. Yeah, and then the Bengal solos. So that's it for the videos. Jake Stein did a Q&A. I want to go through this and give my thoughts on it. We're already running at 9 minutes. Let's see, where did it start? All right, Q&A. All right, our team leader is upgradable. Nothing at launch. Team leaders is getting tweaked, so that means tough to count on how many of the ultimate shake out because team leaders might get cut. Like I think one already may have been cut. Is Jay Cutler an 18? Yes, Jay Cutler. Can you explain MUT levels further? Just heard back from our web guy. So we're getting a blog on the MUT levels on Friday. Journey Gauntlet, literally just talked about that. It's in the videos. Go to the Toke video. See that the Gauntlet's in the video. EA Access progress is going to save. kickers and draft champions. It's funny that he says better question for RG. RG is a competitive guy, so I think maybe draft champions is back to being competitive this year. That blog should drop soon, the competitive blog. Maybe I'll do a video on the competitive blog when we hear about it. Upgradable team leaders and how can we get playbooks. We went through the playbooks and we went through the team leaders. I saw in the media pack there was a blue flash. Oh, right, the pack animations. Maybe I didn't go through the... That's what also another thing on the Tokes channel. Again, in the description, we can go through some pack opening stuff. Through the animations that we're going to get. All right, so here's the pack opening animation. Let's go to the regular packs. These are like obviously busted media packs that we're not going to see in the game. All right, so you see how they have the red flash even for other colored cards. So this is the same red flash for everything. It's not FIFA. Unfortunately, our red flashes are kind of... It is what it is. I think it's worse than 17 without the fireworks. I know people hated the fireworks. I didn't mind the fireworks now that we're not going to get them so often on, say, collectibles. But that's that. Going through more of Jake Stein's Q&A. Yeah, so I get that's a big thing people want. We'll see what we can add in the future. So he's going to talk about adding more of those like blue flashes. The blue ice flames for when they come out. All right. Yeah. MUT producers control the color of the border in the database. Yeah, so the reveal animation isn't going to be upgraded easily. MUT squads won't stay a one-game unranked event forever. He talks about that a little bit more. All right, this in a second. We'll get back to that. Can you explain the Long Shot Chronicle solos? It extends your long shot experience by playing with Devin and Colt inside MUT. I told you! I told you! Some fun, unique experience to be had there. Goddamn right, Devin and Colt's inside of MUT. All right, does each team only have 4 players that can be upgraded? For launch, yes. Plans to absolutely expand that. Nice. So there's a really long grind for something special playing squads. Is that at launch? He said right here, MUT squads are essentially a one-game unranked event. Do you think we're going to have to wait a couple weeks before the long grind pays off? Or is it going to be right off the bat, you grind long for something playing squads and you'll get something great? We'll see. I don't know. Weekend leagues are not replacing seasons. Can you announce MUT Master? This is a pretty exciting one. Do you guys really want me to spoil everything before launch? Fine, I already said it's not Brady. It's a legend who's embraced by the MUT community. Embraced by the MUT community. Legend embrace. I'm thinking Mike Vick, Randy Moss, or Bo Jackson. What other legend is embraced? Really embraced. I mean, that's a interesting word. Maybe Sean Taylor. He's well liked. Embraced is a hard word though, because anything can be embraced. Like, I'd embrace a cake, but I'd also embrace something on my wrist. I don't know. It's a dumb pun. Moving on. Who do you think is going to be that MUT Master legend? Let me know in the comments. Jake's supposed to be on vacation. Yeah, that's funny. Can we get a win-loss record for MUT squads? Yeah. So they get the leaderboard implemented late. It's oddly found in head-to-head season subs. Better than nothing. Yeah, so basically they worked on getting it into the game, he says. And we'll get the funky stuff later. Custom audibles are not in MUT, which is fine. We've never had them. We didn't expect them. We'll see if we get them. I don't know. What are you guys' opinion on custom audibles in MUT? Will it make the game too offensive focused? I'll get more into the offense versus the defensive focus when my first video drops. Are there injuries in MUT? No, thank God. Will the MUT playoff game look and feel like a playoff game? Yeah, he says the playoff games were played at night. Nothing different in Madden 18. So a little bit different. They added that in 17. Do player chems activate if playing opposition MUT this year? They added tight end 2, which is a really cool thing. So you got 13. So more chems on your players this year. 13 instead of... Do we have 12 last year? Yeah, I think we had 12 last year. Yeah, MUT squads are going to start 3-3. Yeah. Playbooks, we talked about that. Oh, yeah, this was something that you'll see in the gameplay. The camera angle MUT squads was kind of funky. But, yeah, you get to change it on the D-pad. I don't know if there's much more here that was too interesting. MUT Master is going to take a lot of things in MUT to complete. Can chems be turned off in salary cap? Not right now, but maybe for the future. That's something that has been complained about for about a year now by the competitive players. Will it coin up? Coin up's gone. Ugh, I liked coin up. Predictor is back though. I liked coin up. Felt more like a gamble. Love gambling. Kind of like the July 4th packs that were gambles. No team or clan names for squads. Definitely cool feature. Cool features get added to the maybe to-do list, so maybe you can expect it for next year. We'll see. We knew about that one. Yeah, no milestones next year. No milestones at launch, which is interesting. They said the power players are similar to it, but they're never going to be auctionable or tradable. MUT squads is competitive. Quarter length. Quarter lengths for MUT squads should not be longer than 4 minutes. I think 4 minutes is fine. I don't know. MUT squads, it seems casual to start. Maybe go with even 3 minutes. I don't know. That might be too short. I know we went as short as possible, man, 25, because there was a lot of disconnects. But I'm thinking no longer than 4 minutes. 4 minutes is like the absolute most you want, because 5 minutes for playoff games tend to drag on. But 3 minutes would be fine, in my opinion, too. So it's between 3 and 4 minutes. Custom playbooks and MUT, that would be terrible. It would be fun, but it would be so bad. I like that there's why I say that, I like that there's a trade-off for going with certain teams' playbooks. Like, I'm not able to go just all the most powerful formations. Although it'd make my offense much more potent, and I'd love to do it, I like that there's, like, give and take in MUT. And maybe that's something I should talk. I'm going to talk about a video on give and take in MUT and how there's a lack of it with the player ratings here. Maybe that's another video. MUT squads consume contracts, no tickets. Formation subs, that needs to happen. That definitely needs to happen soon. Will there be a way to make power-up players auctionable then? Nope. He said nope. Will there be a way to keep stats on cards this year? This is something that they need to have very soon. I'm hoping for 19. That's MUT Master. Pick the 3 cards displayed when the game starts. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. This guy asks, when the game starts, you get your top 3 cards. Yeah, this way you'll be able to pick which 3 cards to display. Right now, it's just kind of like random. I don't know why it is, but a cool feature, he says. So maybe we'll get that in 19. 1,200 items at launch is the binder limit. Do we have a long shot mode outside of MUT to do the long shot solos? Yeah, I don't know. And then bells and whistles come later for the chemistry, for the MUT squads. So that's what it is. 45 minutes into long shot. All right, for those whatever players. So that is it for everything we know about MUT. The only thing we really don't know, since we've seen just about everything, are the official packs and what the breakdown of them going to be. Like if it's going to be 1 gold guaranteed per pack, like a regular pro pack was, or more. And then I would say MUT Master would be the only other big thing we don't really know. But that's it for what we know about MUT. I'll bring a video about what we know about Madden 18 gameplay and my thoughts on what we've seen. But thanks for watching. Call to action. I'll see you tomorrow.